should be another episode of Dragon Ball T. So anyways, what's going down now is that basically, if you guys remember, in the other videos I've done, I've always spoke about this girl named Sabrina Patterson, who basically, she goes by the name Glam University, and she's an ex-felon. Basically, she turned her life around and, she started her own hustle and she's cool with, Tiny and stuff like that. She's been throwing a lot of shade at Tiny's BFF, Shekinah Joe. So this whole situation is a mess. So all this went down over the weekend, okay? So what happened is that basically Glam University started posting on Instagram and she was writing all types of stuff. So the first post that she posted, it said, "I wish my friend's ratchet friend would do more than just talk tough." Then she says, "If you're a ratchet and can't fight, we can't hang out." Then she says, "There's no point in having a ghetto friend if they just talk loud and ghetto." So when she said that, a lot of people knew that she was talking about, Shekinah Joe, because we all know Shekinah is loud, she's ghetto, but she's funny. She's a really sweet girl, and I loved her on the Tiny show when it was just her and Tiny, okay?
Girl, listen to me. I'm not feeling it. I'm not even rolling my window down.
Can you roll down the window for me?
What happened?
You know how fast you're going down the road there?
25.
No, you're doing 37.
No, I was. Roll the window down, crazy.
Do you have your license
Can I get up and get it?
You mind just turning off the van and I'll walk around the other side with you? What kind of van's this?
This is good. Wholesome business. Please, just think about sparing a girl.
I'll think about it, okay?
Please. Show your ass. Are you married?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's gonna let me go with just a little slap on my wrist. I mean, who wouldn't give this face a warning?
So anyhow, then after that, Sabrina Patterson, she went to Instagram Live and she just started going off and throwing all this shade out. And shout out to Famous for capturing the images. I want to show you guys a small snippet of that video. And I'm going to show you guys what Shekinah Joe had to say afterwards. So go ahead and check this out.
Shekinah needs to stop talking and start fighting. That's what I would do. That's the best thing to do. You need to stop talking tough and being tough. Because you got a lot of mouth, but we don't know not one whooped ass out here with your name on it. You got a lot of mouth, but not one well-whooped ass in America. Now me, on the other hand, I got a different set of receipts. There's too much money in my body to fight. I have time for that. What am I fighting for? And why am I fighting about somebody else's situation? If anything, I hope Tip and Tamika work out their differences. They be back together. They be happy. They got kids. I'm not married. I can't speak for Tamika and her husband. I can't get on my live. Wait a minute, Gwen. I can't get. Gwen, can you please wait a minute? I can't get on my live and go in on Tamika and her husband business. I can't get out here and make quotes and put up subliminal posts. This girl just talked about Tamika like never before. It's sad,
If you're trying to lose belly fat, stop doing cardio. This sounds backwards, right?
She's still on my page. Hi, bitch! You so mad, girl. You so mad. She don't care nothing about no root. I got the Lord. Root that. That's how she scared everybody be thinking that shit. I'm just letting you know how she got folks scared running around here thinking it's XYZ. I got God, girl. You don't scare me. I know Jesus and I know God. Anything you feel, it's okay. And the crazy thing is, and Tamika is so much your friend, have your friend. I'm not fighting no bitch about no bitch. That's stupid, bruh. Girl, you got to stop, Girl power. Girl power. If you such girl power, why try to bring people down so much in you girl power? I just don't get it. I don't be bringing no woman down. I ain't even gonna continue to bring you down. What gets so real, after I hang up my phone today, you can continue on having your conversations. I have a lawyer. I know how to step out and handle my business with an attorney. You're gonna stop talking about me and speaking on me because I'm not even on your level. I know you might be trying to sell whatever you're trying to sell, do whatever you do. Stop trying to use me. Because that girl power, you girl the devil. Girls who want to worship the devil, go tune in. Girls who want to worship the devil, go tune in. You know what I'm saying? If you on my page, baby, deal with me because I'm with the love and happiness. Ain't nobody trying to be visible.
So after those videos went viral this weekend and them going back and forth, somebody took a screenshot of basically Tiny coming out to Sabrina's post. As Sabrina was going off, Tiny basically said to her, "What the fuck you doing? You basically putting on my business out there. What are you doing, Sabrina? I know we're cool, but you're out of pocket." That's basically what Tiny was trying to say. So people seen Tiny on there and they screenshotted that. And so afterwards, it just was, just a bunch of back and forth online. Eventually, Shekinah went to the police station because she said, she's not a fighter. She might be loud and ghetto, but she don't fight. So she went to the police station and she literally got a restraining order on Sabrina because, again, Sabrina's violent. She's been in lots of fights. She's cut people, and she's also a felon. So Shekinah's like, I'm not taking no chances with this crazy bitch. I need her to stay several hundred feet away from my black ass, okay? Go ahead and check out this video, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
That way. So you all know I've been getting threatened, right? Somebody's supposed to be kicking my ass. So, I did what I had to do. I came and I got my paperwork. And he's, stay the fuck away from me. 200 feet, bitch.
Alright, so you guys just saw the video of Shekinah getting that damn restraining order. So now, as of today, it's clearly apparent who Tiny is siding with, because on Easter weekend, there's a video that Candy posted on social media, and basically the first ones at the OLG restaurant, which stands for the Old Lady Gang restaurant, that Candy and her husband Todd just opened. The first ones there were Tiny and Shekinah Joe. So obviously Tiny is standing by her BFF.
Look who is here when the doors open. Miss Major Girl, Miss Harris. Shekinah Joe. Perez in the building. Thank you. Hello. Hey, everybody.
And she's no longer fooling with Sabrina. I mean, in my personal opinion, because a lot of people want to know what I thought about this situation, and I thought that the situation was just basically messy. I was kind of wondering why Sabrina kept, she was just being super messy in this situation. I noticed her Instagram name was always coming up. She was always posting little things and stuff like that. And I really feel like Sabrina's not really such a good friend to Tiny. I feel like she pretends to care. But I feel about this whole situation with Sabrina and Tiny, I feel like her so-called friend is doing nothing more but trying to exploit her situation. Like, I don't understand how Sabrina has more feelings invested in this situation than Tiny does. It's like Sabrina's making videos of all the women that T.I. done cheated with, and, Sabrina's posting all these little comments. But the problem is every time that she was posting stuff like that, Tiny was liking it. Because I showed y'all that in the different videos I've been talking about over the past few months. So Sabrina posted this. She posted, "It's funny how much you do for a man. It's even funnier how fast he forgets. Let's be real fucking clear." The crazy thing is, when she posted that, the people who liked that status was none other than Tiny, Harris, and LaToya Wright. And we all know that Toya is Lil Wayne's baby mama, who is also one of Tiny's BFFs. So then Sabrina took to Instagram and she posted this. "If you know your man ain't shit and a fine man worth 800 million grabs you to dance, would you dance?" And then she says, "Answer honestly below. I would." You damn right, bitch. I would too. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. Don't judge me. But you're damn right I would dance for Floyd Mayweather. So, on top of that, like I said, when she posted that, Tiny and Toya both liked her status, okay? So now this is where the tea gets piping hot, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all go on ahead and grab y'all's damn teacups, honey, because this tea is piping hot. After that, she makes this video, basically playing that old Escape song called Secret. And in the video, she has flashes of different girls that were supposedly messing with T.I. So the video is crazy. So in that video, she links T.I. to Eve, the Hodge twin, Malika, quote, best friend. Supposedly T.I. smashed both of them. And then she also included, if you guys remember a while back, Tiny had an R&B girl group called French Kiss, and Tiny was promoting them. They're supposed to drop an album, and then all of a sudden we didn't hear shit else from French Kiss. Well, rumor had it T.I. was smashing one of the girls in the group. And then on top of that, if you watch the video really slow, you have to watch the video a few times to get everything. And for y'all who don't know, I'm putting it together for y'all. So on top of that, she also confirmed that long-standing ass rumor, honey, that the blogs and everybody has been saying for years that T.I. has an outside baby on Tiny. So the whole situation is messy, but you know what? I'm here for it, bitch. I was sipping slow, okay? I mean, she straight splashed the tea all over Instagram, and Tiny, you know, sided with her, and Tiny liked what she posted. So obviously, it's very true what this girl is saying. For y'all who don't know, Tiny and T.I. are no longer together. Every time Sabrina would post something, Tiny would like it. So that's the problem. Tiny was kind of co-signing this, and she kind of let it get out of hand. And now that Sabrina has kind of stepped, you know, over her boundaries, now Tiny's kind of mad. But I don't understand how she's all of a sudden mad when Sabrina been putting her business out there. I think Tiny should have checked the situation. She should have nipped it in the bud a long time ago. It shouldn't have taken to this point for her to nip it in the bud. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like Sabrina, I feel like she's using this situation to get more followers, to get more social media notoriety, because I really hadn't really heard nobody talking about her since the whole K. Michelle situation, and since she lied about dating Big Meech, and Big Meech had to call her out on that. I hadn't really heard too much about Sabrina until this whole T.I. and Tiny situation. And as far as everything else, as far as Shekinah and Tiny needs to realize Shekinah's a real friend, because a real friend is not going to take your business and put it on social media. A real friend is going to have your back. A real friend is going to talk about your personal life to you personally and in private. You know, everything is not everybody's business on social media. So to me, that's the big difference between Shekinah and Sabrina. And I respect Shekinah for being grown enough to say, you know what, I don't fight. You know what I'm saying? I got a new body. I'm feeling good. I own my own business. What I look like putting my shit on the line to fight you. You know, and that's the mentality that you have to have once you're an adult. And I've said this time and time again. And thank you, Shekinah, for reiterating that, because you have a bigger fan base than I do. When you have things to lose, you can't engage in foolishness. So I respect her for going to the damn police and getting a damn restraining order. That's what grown folks do. You don't see, you know, rich white folks online fighting and going back and forth and doing stupid shit. They hire lawyers and they get lawsuits done. They get restraining orders and they call the police. They don't have time for that. People who have nothing to lose sit on social media all day telling their business and be ready to fight at the drop of a dime. If you have nothing to lose, what do you have to gain? So I respect Shekinah for saying, I'm too grown to be out here fighting and doing all that dumb shit. I can see if they were still in high school, if they was in junior high, yes, females going to get into it, females are going to fight, females going to go back and forth. But once you get a certain age, especially once you're in your 30s, you need to let the law handle that shit and be about your damn business. So much respect to Shekinah for taking the high road and not even engaging in that foolishness and going straight down to the police. You know, so why even involve yourself with somebody who's violent and has a felony on their record? And I'm not saying that Sabrina hasn't changed, because it seems like she's trying to, you know, get her life on track, and she's running her own little motivational group and stuff like that.
Atlanta native Sabrina Patterson realized she had overcome her past. And as she looked around at many of her female friends and colleagues, she noticed they weren't letting life's excuses hold them back either.
So props to her for coming out of prison and starting her own business, to start her own hustle. I never knock her for that, but I do feel like over the past few months, Sabrina's been, you know, really, really messy. But I also kind of blame Tiny, because she allowed the situation to get out of control as much as it did. And
oh my God, what is this? This looks so natural. It's like this formula was made just for me.
Better coverage that lasts longer and looks more natural. I'm never going back to my old foundation.
This is a way better match than I get in stores. Like, it's crazy. This quiz will change it.
And like I always tell folks, when people show you their true colors, don't question yourself. You get rid of them. Folks should have to show you one time. People know deep down inside what a real friend is and what you expect from a real friend. And when a so-called real friend cannot show you the meaning of being in a friendship, then at that point you got to cut them off. I've been there, done that, and you ain't got but one time with me. Once I see that you're disloyal and you're fake and you're disingenuine, I cut you off and I keep it moving. I wish you well in life, but don't contact me, because I damn sure won't be contacting you. So I think Tiny is doing the best thing by distancing herself from Sabrina and moving closer to her real friend, who is Shekinah. So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire crazy situation. Once again, concerning Tiny, Sabrina, Shekinah. Who do you side with in this situation? Do you side with Sabrina and feel like, Sabrina's just keeping it real? Do you side with Shekinah? And do you feel like, Shekinah did the right thing by getting a restraining order? And then do you agree with me that, Tiny kind of created a monster by liking all of the stuff that Sabrina was posting about her marriage and about T.I. and had Tiny nipped it in the bud initially, it wouldn't have got this far. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my video.